Okay there, Cascade Trekker here on Mount Jefferson. This is Woodpecker Ridge Trail. It basically just goes up this little hill and edges along a ridge line to connect with the Pacific Crest Trail. And what I'm gonna do is go far to the right, pretty much to the north side of the mountain. There's a plateau that I really like to be on, and this time of the year there's gonna be some snow left, and I brought my skis. Now this is always a conundrum when you're doing this spring skiing. I've got to hike in with these boots, probably 5-6 miles. Could be as much as 14 miles round trip. Hopefully we'll find some snow within the last mile, is my guess. There's the pack. It's kind of heavy. It's gonna be tall. Always a pain with the branches. Okay, I'm about halfway. I've got the hardest part yet to go. I've got to climb about 12 or 1500 feet. Probably up to about as high as that ridge with the trees. See there? Got another probably 2 or 3 miles. Beautiful day. Beautiful beginning of the summer right here. Water looks really nice. I'm gonna fill up here. Now that's a really good thing to see. Fresh running water. We're up here on the snowpack. Pretty much crested the slope, and I'm heading this way. I found my visual landmark is Goat Butte. There's a lake just below that I'm going to shoot for. Really, really pretty up here. Look at this. Well, I've made it to a campsite, and it's a dry spot in here. You see, all set up here, but these are far and few between. I am exhausted, man. I'm famished, and I just want to get into my tent and cook dinner. We're right here. There's Mount Jefferson. It's the north side. We're gonna be here for a few days. We're just gonna scout around on the skis. I went over here right when I got here. Oh, that sun feels good. It's gonna be cold tonight in that little snow pocket, but that's Goat Butte. And down on the right hand side over this way there's a lake, and the campsite there I wanted is completely covered with snow. So we're gonna whip up some grub. This is called Mud Lake. In the summer, this whole thing is just a big mud hole. The Pacific Crest Trail actually runs right on this side of this lake here. And you see the edge of the tree line over there, it just drops straight down to another basin. I got to say, it is cold. It is cold here right now. I got my thermometer out, and I think it says 50 degrees. And I just took it out of my bag. It was 60 when I took it out. I'm trying to keep moving. Got all my layers on just about, except my windbreaker jacket. Oh, we're gonna cook some food, make some tea. I got this. This ought to warm me up right here. Fiery Fiesta. Hey. And there's some beef summer sausage. Hey. And in here we have greens from the garden and peas. But this right outside my front door, right through my screen door, is Mount Jefferson. Hey. Saturday morning. I slept great. Right there. It was chilly. Chilly in the morning. I wish I would have set up, you know, like somewhere over there in the sun, where I would get the morning sun to warm up. Still, it's just a little chilly here in the shade by this snow. Down into the low 40s in the tent, so I saw some frozen ice. Yeah, this is kind of what it looks like out here. I don't have a whole lot I want to do today. I'm going to relocate to the very tip of that ridge up that way. I think though that I might want to go over here. I did climb up this once and got about up to there. There's Mount Jefferson. That's steep, and I know there's a lot of rocks in there. I'm not gonna go that far, I don't think. I think I'm just gonna wind through the woods here and trees and rocks. A little bit of a exploration. We're up here on the snowfields, as you can see. Over there, the trees end at a drop-off, and over there, the trees end at a drop-off. My favorite place to camp is at the very point, and probably this time of the year, there's just a little bit of dry ground to camp on. There's Mount Jefferson. There's Goat Butte. Okay, we are here. Kind of zapped. It's pretty hot. It was a bit of a climb, a few hundred feet, 500 maybe. And this right over here is where I'm going to put my tent. I think I can set up comfortably there. Gonna get a little morning shade from the snowpack and this tree, and hopefully I'll be able to sleep till about 8. When that sun hits the tent, man, it just turns into an oven. But I'll bet by then I'll be enjoying the heat. This, as you can see, is just a fabulous place to be. My favorite place to camp on this side of Mount Jefferson. I believe that's Grizzly Peak. And I did hike through there once. Hiked across that flat area and back down and around. Beautiful. Look at the way the snow is marked in the plain over there. That's called the table. It's just a small uprising there out in the middle. Pretty steep right here. I'd hate to fall. I probably wouldn't feel much after I hit. The view south, we've got Cathedral Rocks. I'm up near the top of it. Starts to edge over that way. There's a few peaks that curl around. There's some more down there. Here's another neat view of this cove. We've got a couple lakes down there. Been here quite a few times. So this is the view to the west. We'll probably get a really good sunset tonight.
Well, this is just great. I'm relaxing up here. I did about 8 or 9 miles, most of which with a 50-pound pack, and that pooped me out. So it's just really nice to be up here and to relax. I'm gonna try a little action cam. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm not getting much speed on this stuff. Looks like there's a drop-off down there. Okay. That was kind of fun, you know. I haven't gotten out for fun yet. Right from up there. Camped right at the top there. Oh, man, I'm flying. Oh, there was some ice. That fucked you up. Oh, yeah. That was kind of fun.
Well, now it's Sunday morning and it's coffee time. There's the water that was snow yesterday. I sat a bunch of pans out. That's the first cup of coffee. And this is my morning view here. It's a bit clearer. The haze and the smog hasn't set in. Well, it is just a beautiful day up here. I guess the goal of my trip was to spend some time here at my favorite point. And I've got another night. So my goal, I guess now, is to go back to the campsite I camped at the first night. It's a pretty nice campsite. And ski up this a little bit. I sure would like to get up there where that slope is in the saddle. Yesterday we saw some people on the top of that peak right there. That's Goat Peak. This is pretty nice out here. The snow isn't very fast, you know. I'm moving along, but I wanted to point out some of the danger involved. There's these sinkholes that eventually you have to ski through the woods to get to the next clear patch. These clear patches are just great to ski on. I almost fell in this guy here. Wouldn't take much, and this snow in here is much faster. It's cold and the sun hasn't hit it, so you get here and you're just all over the place. You'd be like Humpty Dumpty. A great big fall, especially with the backpack. Stop to take a break. I've been slowly traversing up what is a pretty steep slope. It shouldn't be any problem going down. I intend to follow my tracks pretty much all the way back. I don't want to take any chances of getting lost or maybe going down the wrong way. There's a lot of boulders sticking out everywhere, so it's something to be careful of. But I came up here because I thought the view would be pretty good. Oh, I'm sure it is. Let's go take a check. Well, we are working our way up. That peak is not out of the question. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Well, we've got the... Now we can see the sisters way out there. It's a little smoggy. Boy, oh boy, this is great. I just left my camp about, no more than 40 minutes ago. Where is that camp? Okay, down, probably in there somewhere. Oh, probably right down there. Maybe even a little farther, just the big basin. But this is awesome. Look at these mountains. You can see where I camped. What a wonderful way to spend the Sunday. You can see over that far valley wall. Looks almost like a trestle, a road. Right there. Goes right across the side and it's very visible there. That's the Pacific Crest Trail. I've got some really steep slopes to go down. The scenery just keeps getting better and better. This right here, I didn't come up that. I came up over here, and it's pretty steep. There's one spot I'll have to avoid. I don't want to fall into some rocks or trees, but boy, oh boy, look at that. Now we're even getting a foggy view of Broken Top. Still full of snow up there. Three sisters there. Mount Washington. Three-finger jack. So we're gonna have a real blast going down. I didn't think I'd have any fun, but this little workout is gonna make it just right. Well, I've really poured the steam on here in the last half hour, 45 minutes. I'm up pretty high. I told myself I was going to turn back once and climbed up through some trees that were really steep. There's Goat Butte right over there. I'm about even with the ridge. I was hoping to get over there. You know, the fact is I was really hoping to camp somewhere up in here. There's really a lot of dry, sandy spots on the ridge. I've always wanted to see down the other side from this ridge. We've got just the grandest view right here. It just keeps getting better. If it were early in the morning, we wouldn't have as much smog. Be another good reason to camp up here. Let's get some good pictures. But I think this is as far as I'm going. I might take the skis off and do that. Wanted to show how close I was to Mount Jefferson. I'm probably about 7,800 feet up. I've climbed about maybe 1,800 feet, 1,200 maybe. 1,200, more like it. It's been really nice.
Okay, we're going right into some action cam. This is a nice little meadow here that I think I can do pretty well on with the camera. Woo! Yeah. See if we can turn it the other way. Real slipping. Woo! Okay. That was fun. That was the best snow yet. Bumpy. These bumps really throw you off. If you're lucky enough to find a trough or something. Gets a little steep over here. You have to pay attention right after that. Oh yeah! Hit a patch of ice. It was like a catapult. Almost didn't stop. Okay, we're gonna put the camera away for a while.
Just got back to camp here a little bit ago. Drying off. It was way up there. It was really a blast. I got down in probably 25 minutes. Took a good 3 hours to get up there. Still have quite a bit of daylight left. It's probably 5 or 6. And this campsite might just get cold again tonight. The wind whips right through here and all the snow kind of cools it. It's almost like being in a refrigerator. I've cleaned out the fire pit. I might just have a fire. There's my stuff drying off. I've got my last pair of nice fresh socks on. They're kind of dampening, anti-dampening the boots. They're wicking the moisture out. And so I'll switch back to one of those pair, I guess, when they're dry, and vice versa. Here's the fire pit. I got it all cleaned out. Got some sticks. Built a throne right there. Gonna do it up tonight. Well, it was another 40-degree night last night at this campsite, and I got cold halfway through the night. My toes were cold and such. So anyway, we're just about ready to head back. It was kind of sad to leave, but then kind of glad to leave. We're gonna go across the snowfield and look for the Pacific Crest Trail. We've got probably half a mile, quarter of a mile, or third of a mile through these trees and snowfields. Well, we've been trekking from the campsite now. It's pretty rough. You know, drop-offs. There was no real indication of where that trail was. So I caught the nearest ridge here and was just about to give up and start going back up and following around here, but instead I walked down about 75 yards and found the trail. It's down there. It's kind of surprising because it looks, you know, like it just ends right here, like there's a steep drop off past these trees, and actually it does. But that's where the trail is. I found it.
Yeah.